halfway mark.
So Samina, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing, my love?
I'm doing great.
Good.
I just wanted to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
Yeah, fire away.
What are your New Year's resolution?
Well, first of all, I don't believe in New Year resolutions. Reason being is, initially when I did used to have New Year resolutions, they lasted perhaps a few weeks. And why do we wait till the 1st of January? The way I think of it. The Islamic calendar doesn't really start on the 1st of January anyway. So what's the significance of 1st of January? Why? People just think it's a new year, which is fine. And for the new year, they have plans. But sometimes I just think those plans are just far too long, meaning they're long-term plans for 2025. And every week, if not weekly, then at least monthly, you should go back and just check up on yourself, check whether you're still on track, whether you need to adapt, make some changes and adapt whatever resolution you made. Does that make sense? So when people make these resolutions, or when we make these resolutions, and I personally, if I talk about myself, I just found that I made these plans, whether it's to do with my health, whether it's to do with personal development, or make some changes in my personal life with regards to my career or anything like that. Yes, you know, we should all aspire to be better human beings. We want to be better versions of ourselves in the new year, but focusing too much on them sometimes without checking up on your goals or aspirations ends up not going anywhere at all. So I feel like make short-term plans, make short-term goals. In 3 months' time, in a month's time, for me, or in a 6 months' time. Even 6 months is quite a long gap. So even if I do make any plans, I'd like to make sure that I check up on them and I adapt and change along the way. Like, for example, if I recap 2024 and I look back and see, what did I achieve this year? How have I grown as a person? And in 2025, where do I see myself? Where will I be? What do I want to achieve in 2025? First and foremost, I just feel like I want to carry on being forever grateful for everything I have, everything I do, and everything I'm able to do as well. I'm forever grateful for that. So gratefulness, that gratitude on a daily basis is key for me. Also just to reflect back and see, have I achieved? I think in 2024 I wanted to achieve that work-life balance, which I did, but have I achieved the ultimate work-life balance? Have I achieved that? That's something I want to revisit as well. I want to make sure that when I'm really stressed, when there's a lot of pressure, why am I feeling stressed and pressurized? Have I done that to myself? Am I putting too many unrealistic deadlines on myself? So that I need to revisit, because that will impact my health. So for 2025, I want to make sure that I'm focusing on my health, that's my physical health, a lot more, and introducing a few more exercises, doing more, not finding excuses like I keep doing when I'm sitting down and working constantly at a desk, whether it's doing office work or whether it's editing videos for my social media. I want to try to get away from the desk and the sitting and take a break, take more breaks, and introduce a few more exercises. And that will also mean that, you know, making sure that I'm eating more healthy. So my health is going to be right at the top. My health right at the top this year, making sure that I'm introducing exercises, I'm taking time out to make sure that I'm eating more healthy, and I want to keep on that, keep revisiting that, not just thinking, okay, I want to lose X amount of weight, or I want to look a certain size. I don't want to do those kind of goals for myself. I just want to make sure that I'm a healthier version of myself. Am I also a happier version of myself as well? Happier, and happiness can be gained from, for me right now, I believe I can gain happiness from making sure that I've got a better work-life balance. And I'm going to class my social media as work as well. It's serious, it's not, I haven't taken it non-serious. Coming on YouTube is pretty much serious for me. So I want to make sure that the content that I'm creating, is it consistent? Have I got variety on my platform like I want to? Because along the way, there seems to be lifestyle, we're talking about traveling, we've also introduced cooking as well, because that's what went viral first and foremost. I never wanted to make my channel all about cooking, but it seems to have taken that shape. So it's going to be a culmination of different things. We're talking about skincare, anti-aging, mental health, everything on there. But like I said, I want to make sure that I've got a good balance, that I don't put on myself unrealistic deadlines and unnecessary deadlines. Just take it in my pace everything in a more systematic way, and along the way, if I can, if time allows me and my responsibilities allow me, then come up with some kind of a timetable as well. That would be great. On a daily basis as well as on a weekly basis, that I would do such and such a thing. I need to sit down and think about these things. Be more spontaneous. I am pretty much spontaneous, but I want to be more spontaneous. Throughout 2024, I did lots of lovely trips, explored the UK up and down, different places. Could have done a little bit more, but then I got bogged down with other responsibilities as well. But I would like to carry on doing that. So as long as my health allows me, I'm physically fit, I'd like to travel a little bit more. Nothing too adventurous, just whatever's in my comfort zone. That's it really. Nothing major for 2025. I'm not going to say, oh, I've got this on my bucket list. As whatever comes along my way, whatever opportunity comes my way, I will assess it and accordingly make my decision. Work-wise as well, I want to pace things. I know it's pressurized. Some factors are going to be out of my control, but to me, it's always been about bettering myself, analysing. But I don't wait, like I say, I don't like to wait for a particular year to say, you know what, these are going to be my resolutions. This is something that's ongoing for me, is looking back and reflecting on what I could have done better on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, how I can improve on things, my relationships with people, whether they're my blood relationships, whether they're my close friends, whether they're my colleagues, whether they're my followers. I'd like to just work on those relationships. So in January 2025, it'll be a year and a half on TikTok, and it'll be about 6 months that I've been on YouTube. And 2024 is when I started YouTube. I enjoy my interaction when I go live on YouTube as well. My lives is when I feel that I'm on a more of a personal level, I'm interacting with people. Whether it's on YouTube, Instagram or TikTok, it's amazing. And in real time, the response I'm getting back, the feedback I'm getting, a lot more women have reached out to me on Instagram as well in private messages. Although I'm not able to get to each and every one of them in a more timely manner. And also, you know, it is very, very difficult to give that time. But just that feedback from people that I've touched so many lives humbles me, overwhelms me, and emotionally, honestly, I am so taken back by how many people out there needed this, that when they join my lives and they leave my lives, they feel it's time for unwinding, putting aside all their worries, their concerns and whatever they're going through in life that particular day. They can put it away and just relax, unwind, have a little bit of a laugh. Unfortunately, sometimes the trolls do change the atmosphere, but we're going to deal with that differently as well in 2025, inshallah. But 2024 has been great in that respect, that we've grown as a community. I've got some wonderful people on my YouTube channel watching from all over the world as well. I just want to carry on. I'm happy and I want to carry on for as long as I am able to. Still focusing on mental health in 2025. Mentally, I feel like I'm in a much, much better place than I was 18 months ago, after experiencing consecutive years of the passing of very close family members, my sisters and my father. I feel like I'm in a better place, and my grieving, like I've said this before as well, grieving is very personal, and we're all grieving in our own time. Grief takes on different faces, different shapes throughout the years. We never forget the people we've lost, our dear ones. They live with us deep in our hearts, but we're just dealing with grief differently. It doesn't mean we've forgotten them. We will never forget them. And I'm helping other people as well by sharing my examples, sharing my experiences. Really helps other people as well. So for mental health, I will carry on advocating that please prioritize your mental health, because that will impact your relationships with people as well. You will be a better person to be around. You're better equipped to deal with your family. Any issues you have around you, you're better equipped once you're a stronger person. Keep working at it. Baby steps. Nobody needs to take leaps and bounds. Take baby steps and do whatever you need to do to get yourself in that good place. Only you know your journey. Nobody else is living in those shoes. They're your shoes, you're wearing your shoes, and that's entirely your choice. How you do it, your choice on choosing the people around you as well. I keep saying that it's so important to create boundaries, to remove people that are toxic in your life, and surround yourself with maybe just a number of people. It doesn't have to be a huge number. Remember, it's about the quality, not the quantity. Being selective, and it will elevate your frequency. It will
So you distance yourself even if you can't cut off relationships.
Absolutely. Distancing yourself, if you can't cut people out completely, which is understandable, you can't. Certain relationships, you can't cut loose. And I will never say cut loose, but just distance yourself, create those boundaries as soon as you possibly can. So 2025, we're almost there. So just very quickly, just recapping. For me, like I said, it's no big resolutions. It's just going to be the same. And I just want to focus on making myself a better version, always. And to achieve that, I'm going to make sure that I check up on myself, check up on my goals and aspirations on a weekly basis. And my health, again, this year will be my utmost. It got sidelined last year. Health and my eating habit. Health will include, obviously, physical health as well as my mental health, and checking up on my eating habits, inshallah. So that's going to be the way I'm looking at 2025, and dealing with any issues, any trials along the way. 2025 will be about my health, mental health, physical health, eating habits, and just being more spontaneous. Not overthinking, and that's what I will say to everyone. Don't overthink. Just make those decisions, take some risks, and do what your heart desires. Do what your heart says. Go with your heart. Go with your instincts. Bettering yourself, which we should be focusing on a daily basis, really. Better versions of ourselves, inshallah. And for those that are struggling, I would just say, do get help. Get some medical help. Speak to your doctor. Get a counsellor. And I hope and I pray for each and every one of you that you have a blessed year. Try not to think too much about what you wanted to achieve and couldn't achieve in 2024. Let's focus on what we can do. What we have right now is the present time. That's what we have control of. We don't control the future. We can't control what's happened in the past. What we can do is focus on the present. So let's live in the present moment and make the most of what we have, inshallah. Take care. Lots of love. Allah Hafiz from me.